You know, it's really crazy. We are truly living in one of the best times ever for people who have ideas that want to get them out somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago, I had this idea. I had just started a new job, and I noticed in this job that there was no real easy tool to quickly calculate loans. I work in equipment finance, and I noticed the only options are an old HP 17B2 Plus calculator, which is from like the 1800s. Not really, it's from like the 1980s. That's an old reliable one and it's great, but it's a calculator. And now we live on our modern day smartphones. And I was like, why is there no easy way to calculate stuff other than a calculator? So I started looking on the App Store and I saw a ton of loan calculator apps, but all of them were either bloated with ads, like bloated to the max, or they were designed like they were built in 2006. And it drove me fucking insane. Like, it drove me insane, and I was like, I'm never going to use one of these tools. So I started playing around in Figma with a mock-up of what I would do to make my own calculator. And then when I was done the mock-up, I was like, you know what? I think ChatGPT might be able to just write this. This seems simple enough. So I showed the screenshots to ChatGPT, and it literally, in just regular prompting, not in Codex or anything like that, in regular prompting, it just plopped it out. And I was hooked from there. I know nothing about code. Nothing at all. That's the setup for this video. Nothing at all. I know a little bit of CSS just from my early days as a web designer using plug-and-play platforms like WordPress, but I know nothing really about code. I just know what very simple things are. I know what a hex code is. Whoop-de-doo. Like, you know what I mean? So when I saw that ChatGPT spat out this application as quickly and easily as it did, I knew I was in for something really special, because as someone in general throughout the years, I've always wanted to build an app. My friends and I once were in this competition at our college. We came up with an app idea and it was the most wonderful thing in the world. I was addicted to it, and I knew that was a world that I wanted to be in, creating content, creating apps and things like that. And I'm going to move my laptop for a minute because I actually have Cursor right now doing some code, and I just want to make sure I'm not losing out on anything, whatever. Anyway, so I became hooked instantly right after using ChatGPT and getting code. And I started playing around with it more, and what I would do is I would prompt GPT something, and then it would spit out whatever it spat out. I would plop it in Xcode. I would see what it did. I would see if there were any build errors, and then I'd plop the build errors into ChatGPT back. It would fix them, and I'd paste the code it gave me. It was at the time magical. I thought it was unbelievable. It was a great process for me. I was like, oh my God, it could just create whatever I want. And it made a fully functional app in almost 1 or 2 prompts, which is absolutely crazy. Like, genuinely absolutely crazy. And then I released the app, and I put it on the App Store, and it was a simple loan calculator. It's called Commerce Loan Calculator plus CRM now, which we're going to get into in a minute. But after it launched, more and more when I was in this job, I was finding things that I thought the app could do that it just didn't do yet. So I would ask GPT, and as the app started to get more and more complex, and I'm talking on just the main content view, the main page, it started to get thousands of strings of code long. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. So I started looking around, and I heard about Cursor, and I started using Cursor. And I have to tell you, like, I'm not sponsored by Cursor. This is a brand new channel. I'm not sponsored by Cursor or anything like that. But my God, is it magical. It is the closest thing in the modern era to magic that I could ever imagine. When I plugged my workspace, my Swift workspace into Cursor, and I knew that instantly it would just start like feeding off of my code, I knew this was the tool for me. It has completely changed my life to the point where I'm now paying for the $200 a month plan, because I really thoroughly enjoy making products like this, and I enjoy doing that. This is like a playground for me, and this is a playground that is real. I give Cursor my prompts, and Cursor just does everything. Like, literally right now, I'm having Cursor fix my entire UI of the app for like little things and stuff like that. And next I'm going to do debugging. But it's unreal. We are living in the best time ever to be able to do whatever we want when it comes to building web apps, building SaaS platforms, all of that stuff. Because guess what? This app that I built, Commerce Loan Calculator, I know it can apply to other equipment finance managers, right? Like I know this tool that I'm using doesn't just work for me. It's not one size fits all. The company that I work for is not one size fits all. It's a finance broker company. There's many of them out there. And guess what? Yes, I built this app so that it could work for other people too. But really, I built it for me. And if the app works for no one else, but it works for me, I did something right. It's a win-win for me. All I did was get the plan for Cursor. That's all I paid for. That's it. And it plopped out what I wanted to, and it's making a tool that is helping drive our business now. So the point of this video isn't, oh yeah, this is going to help you make apps and make millions of dollars or anything like that. No. The point is Cursor or any of these like Claude Code, which is another one I've been using as well. But these code IDE tools they're genuinely the future of your business. Because if you have a business idea that is built on some old foundational principles that you want to modernize or make better or find ways to improve upon, you don't need to know code to do those things anymore. Like, yeah, Notion's great for things and other tools are great for things, but like one-off tailored solutions, it's just such an amazing thing. And that's the point I want to convey in this video. Yes, I am marketing my app, Commerce Loan Calculator. I'm marketing that for other equipment finance brokers. That's primarily who I'm marketing it towards. But guess what? If no one downloads it, if no one signs up for its membership, I don't give a fuck because I built it for me. And that's, I guess it comes back to the thing, and I'm just rambling now off the top of my head. It's two things, right? One, it works for me, so that means there's probably a target audience for it in general. And two, it's a cool product and all that stuff. So like, you have all of that foundation, but also you have me. I don't really care because I built it for me. I'm going to sell it to other people because if it works for me, I'm sure it's going to work for other people. But I think that's like the biggest approach with these Cursor platforms and all of that. If you have an idea that you think will improve you, try it out in Cursor. Do it. Now is the time. It is magic. When I put it right in Cursor, when I put my first iteration of the code into Cursor and saw what it spat out on the very first prompt, I was hooked. I was hooked. And I think you will be too. And I know it's expensive. I'm on the $200 a month plan right now just because I needed that because I ran out of limits like that using Opus 4.5. But my God, guys, I mean, it's the wild, wild west right now. It is the best time to get out there and try things because it's just magic. It really is. And I just had to ramble about it because of how strongly I feel about it. I want to talk more about coding and all of that in the future of this channel, but I just had to talk about this. If you guys are using it, I'd love to hear from you, like what works for you and all of that, because I plan to make more content about it. So with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching this video, and until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.